Okay, so we're here for another Testimony Tuesday, I think. Oh, no, chit chat, little chit chat, a little bit of chit chat about the choices we make as individuals. And I'm going to talk about the choices I made, even with my hair, my makeup, and why I made the choices. So if you want to hear more about that, because all I can do is speak about myself and the choices I made, because I'm sure you made some choices and it's justified, right? We have the reasons why. We know why. If you want to know more about my choices, continue watching. Okay, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to, I'm going to call this a podcast because many of these things that I'm saying, it's a conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you. I know some people say I like to dictate. I believe I am a natural leader. I am a person that likes to, like, when I learn something and I speak about it, I'm so passionate about it. I'm just like, here's the plate. This is what I learned. Here, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. Take it for yourself and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I tend to have that in me. I'm an artist, but I'm first God's daughter. I'm your sister friend. I'm your sister in Christ. I'm your sister here on this platform. Um, Being in the industry of beauty, it could be many things. It could be used for many things, and everyone has different reasons why they use it. You know, some people have been restricted from it, so when they get a little bit of freedom, they run go do it. Some people do it because it's in them. They love it. They like the aesthetic of it. They like the different textures, colors. They like it. It's part of their personality that they're expressing outwardly, right? Whether it be spiritual or not, we're just talking about the whole part of it. Outfits, someone could have grown up in the church as a modest person, had a relationship, it broke them, came out and broke out, you know? They start wearing all kinds of stuff because that was their choice. I'm not justifying and answering other people's why, you know, but I'm just throwing it out there because there is a why. Here's my why. Here's my personal why. When I was young, my innocence was taken. So something was taken from me. My identity was taken. Everything seemed perverted. I guarded myself, protecting myself, not knowing why, but knowing why. Seeing things in a different light, created a character that was best suited for me in my position because it was best camouflaged in the covering of who I was. Couldn't unveil it myself because it would leave me naked. It would leave me vulnerable for that to happen again through who and whatever and if ever. I don't know. But it was comforting to me and it made sense. Wearing the makeup, the long nails, the high heels, getting the attention that I needed, that I thought I wanted because of the way that I thought. It made sense to me. If someone took something from me, why not use it for my benefit? Why not use it because I look good and this is what you want from me? On my terms. On my terms. That's how I used to think. As much as I was scared, fearful, alone, confused, lacking, robbed of, the way I wore my stuff justified it. And I smiled. Might not have been real, but I smiled in that because it made sense to me. Living in the world that was introduced to me made sense to me, that how I am and who I'm becoming is blending in so that it's covering me, camouflaging me. And when I got sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, I was presented the best gift ever that set me free from the way I thought, the way that I carried myself, the way that I saw things, and gave me a fresh start to learn the new, better things for me. Loving me, learning to love me, receiving love first. That was the best gift. Knowing that God sent Jesus that loved me that much, that came for me, that left the 99 for me and set me free. In all that heaviness that I was going through, when I received Jesus, knowing what he did for me, I felt the lifting. I felt the burden leaving me. I felt the sadness leaving me. What was robbed from me And in the leeching of it, I felt it being removed from me. I was free. I'm free right now, still free, but innocent in my freedom. I had to learn something new. And so I'm going to break it down for you. Everything that I used to do, God turned it around for good. So in the covering with the makeup, in the nails, in the way that I dress, and the places I went, and the conversations I had, and my behavior, I now understand others because I was once there. In the art of it, in the creativity of it, of what I was practicing, what I was doing, even in covering myself in it, I now understand others and I now beautify others in it. The conversation is better because it's relatable. We used to do nails, we do nails, no judgment. I was there, the hair, the long hair, the lost identity, the identity in it, and the why. I was there. I was there. The clothes, the corsets, the thongs, the high heels, the stripping pole, the late night conversations. I was there. I was there. I'm not saying everybody was there in a sense where they lost themselves. They were hurt. They were robbed. But I understand that how we dress may reflect somewhat of how we are and how we feel. Some of us like it, some of us don't. Not saying everybody was robbed of their innocence why they did that and found identity in it like I did. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can understand and I can relate. But I see it for good now. I see how makeup could be turned into a good thing. I see how hair could be turned into a good thing. Fashion, a good thing. I see it now because what was taught to me and what was taken from me and what was robbed from me, what was pervertedly introduced to me, no longer resides in me now. So I'm free. Let's talk about the way I dress. Let's talk about the choices I have made in a joyful state because I now love myself, still growing, changing, but in a good way, right? So for my hair, I locked it. I didn't lock it based off of tradition. I didn't lock it based off of the fad or the trends or the African spiritual culture that may be lingering around. I did it because it was a choice of mine. I didn't do it for independence or to be seen or to be a Black woman and to be strong. I didn't do it for all of that. I'm a new creature in Christ. My culture and all those things passed away. My culture is in the kingdom now. My culture is part of what Christ is. I am because God sees me through Christ. So I'm a new creature in Christ. That's all of me. That's everything I used to do passed away. Old things have become new. So I've chosen to do my hair like this because I've seen my hair like this a long time ago in terms of ease, natural, length, cost efficient, because I know the cost of things being in the beauty industry. And it exudes who I am right now. Anne. That's who I am. I'm Anne. In terms of makeup, if I choose to wear a glamorous diva avant-garde look, I know how to execute it. There's a time for it. But I'm not doing it to sell myself. I don't need to explain this to you. I'm only saying I know why I do what I do now. I love makeup, hair, beauty, clothes, fashion. It's an expression. Whether we do it based off of insecurity, style, flair, character, we have our choices. We could have been a wife bound to certain conditions because we complied to his ways. Being free from all of that, even going through the divorce and being broken, the very things that we were restricted from because we were chastised of it. We run to go do it because it's a choice. Everyone is different. I'm only telling you my whys. I love outfits that complement my figure. I'm loving myself more. So it may show, but I'm not selling myself. I don't need to explain. High heels I used to wear working in the salon from morning all the way to evening, long nails and all, and it didn't hurt. I knew I looked fly at that time. Now I'm going to be 50. My body's changing, but I do like heels and there's a time to wear them. But in terms of my outfit going forward, it's who I love to be right now. This is what I'm doing right now. And in how I visually look, you may look at me a certain way based off of your observation and based off of your judgment. But sometimes you really got to ask the person why, if you really care. And I'll go deeper by ending this and saying, it's the heart of a person, understanding who they are, where they came from, and their choices. It takes time to understand that. And if you don't know, that's okay. That's okay. You didn't ask. You didn't ask. But in looking at someone, try to see someone from their heart. That is compassion. That is true, genuine compassion. Understanding that we're all different. We all come from somewhere different, different thought, different situation, and different choices. But we're all different for a reason, right? We're all different for a reason. And in being different is a good thing because we can all get to understand each other if we have the time. And with love and respect, which we have for ourselves, I'm sure we have for ourselves. If we don't, we should have that same love and respect for someone else. Understanding their why.